Hi guys, and welcome to ILO on Location, the podcast, where I go on location and chat with my amazing friends, fabulous women who inspire me for so many reasons and hopefully will inspire you. I'm your host, Irene Karras-Loper, and today we are celebrating my friend, Christina Sicoli. She's an award-winning actress, writer, and producer known for her character-driven comedian and improv skills, her successful one-woman show, and multiple film and television roles, many she wrote and produced through her own production company. She's also an incredible visual artist, known for her colorful and imaginative canvas work and resin designs, creating beautiful jewelry and rainbow-inspired pieces to brighten up your space. Christina is an incredible woman and artist who brings her sense of play and natural ray of light to all her friendships and her career, whether it's making you smile when you're with her or watching her create stories through her acting, her writing, or her visual artistic talents. Please enjoy my chat with Christina Sicoli. Sidebar, we are now hot and live. On ILO on Location, the podcast. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much to my amazing guests. I have the fantastic Christina Sicoli joining me today. We are in Sogo, actually across the street from Alex Mitchell's old apartment. We're in Sogo, my old stomping grounds, and having a coffee catch up with a little Bailey's for me and not for Christina, and her beautiful puppy Rizzo, who is looking at you atrociously. And we're just hanging out in her living room, and we're going to catch up and have a bit of the gift of the gab. So welcome, Christina Sicoli, to ILO on Location.
Thank you, I feel so honored to be here with you.
Bless us.
It's just a good excuse to connect.
It is such a great excuse to connect.
Had an hour before.
Yeah. We had our hour beforehand, which is why I do the podcast. I find it helpful is so I can connect with friends. I like to call it my play dates. Like, you build play dates for your kids. And when we were kids, you used to phone a friend, can you play today? Yeah. And all my friends are busy and moms, and sometimes I have no one to play with. And Marcus, Lord knows he doesn't always want to chat. So this is a perfect thing for me to get to play with women I admire and respect, and I've grown to know and love over the years in our industry. Okay, so first of all, for those people that are listening to ILO on Location Season 3, today I have a true artist with me, and I want to celebrate Sicoli today.
Oh, this is really nice.
I want to celebrate you and your achievements as a woman and as an artist. And for those of you listening, Christina is like a quad artist. You know how they say on Broadway you're a triple threat singer, actor, dancer. Christina is an award-winning actress, and not only for film and television, but for theater. She has produced and created her own one-woman show, which sold out across audiences from the West Coast to the East Coast. She is a comedian and an improv master, and most recently was invited to participate in the prestigious Women in the Director's Chair program, among other top Canadian artists. She's been nominated for multiple accolades, including the Leo Awards, the UBCP Awards, and she's had her films and her productions in the Vancouver International Film Festival, among other festivals in Los Angeles and New York. She has her own production company with her husband, Rare Little Birds. Also, Christina is a writer and producer. She has created multiple film series, multiple films, which have also had great success and been recognized in the award circuit, locally and internationally. On top of all that, she is a gifted visual artist, which is a new avenue of her creativity for me, because I know her primarily where we met as an actress. So we are going to cover so much today for Christina Sicoli's amazing contribution to the arts. So welcome. So Christina, I like to start off the podcast with my guests is where we first met, which I think it's the Staff Room. For those listening, the Staff Room is a web series I produced and acted in, and our dear friend Jason Bryden wrote it, created it, and cast us all in it. A bunch of A-list fabulous people. And I feel we met in that environment on day one.
Maybe we did.
And just connected as friends. And then over the years, I've seen each other at auditions and shows and that sort of thing.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, that whole experience was, you know, some of these self-produced works that we do with friends are much more valuable than some of the stuff we do go out for or, you know, might have a day or two on.
Yeah. We also met Jane Stanton, or at least I met her on that, and Olivia Chang. There's so many fantastic people that have come through some of those projects we did many years ago. We were ahead of our time. We were ahead of our time.
Like, it's like ahead of our time. We missed the boat somehow. It's in the ether, and you see all these major networks have that show.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, we were so good, but we were ahead of our time.
Yeah, we were ahead of our time, 100%. Yes, that is absolutely where we met. And then over the years, being local artists here and actors in the city, it's a small industry. And usually you see your friends on TV or at the audition room. One thing I noticed when I was doing your biography is you played a fantastic role with Tootie from Facts of Life.
Yes,
and if you grew up, like my generation was Blair, Joe, Facts of Life.
Well, I remember getting the part, going for wardrobe. I didn't even know who the lead was. And then when they said Tootie, I was like, well, they said Kim Fields. I was like, I'm going to be Kim Fields' best friend. Oh my God. And I was kind of, well, you know, like we were talking with the Starstruck thing?
Yeah.
Like, more just talent crush of like, oh, wow, I get to be best friends with this girl who I grew up watching.
Yeah.
And we're still friends. We still text like over Christmas.
Oh my God!
In LA, we were gonna possibly meet for lunch, or when she comes here, we connect. And I think that's pretty awesome because she's in, you know.
Yes, she's on the A-list.
She's on the A-list.
Yeah.
And what we were talking about, how to make a set feel really good. She knew everyone's name. She made everyone feel good. And that's so important.
Oh my God, I love that.
You know, not even just on set.
In life. Like,
yes. Say hello.
Act with kindness. And engage. And connect. Yeah.
You know, it's tough for 10 minutes, but a simple hello.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
So some of your best work is that gig in general. Some of your best work is that gig in general. So we're gonna circle back to acting, and the only thing is because I want to learn a little bit about you today in the field that is newer to me, which I've only had the pleasure of engaging in on your Instagram, because you have beautiful artwork that you post on your Instagram. You actually have a great Instagram with your paintings and your resins, and I just want to learn a little bit more about your art lifestyle and your art career.
Well, it was always like, since I was younger, I was lucky that my parents put us in a variety of different activities, and I was always strong in the arts. And that's when I started, arts and crafts, doing this, doing that. Mm-hmm. And then I knew in high school, I took it, and I actually either wanted to go to theater school or art school.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Back then.
It was like, I knew that. It was something in the arts for sure. And I remember in high school, I always got low grades on my art. And I was like, what are you giving me a 60% for? And you're giving this person a 90, and she just did a line.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah.
And I never liked the fact that you have to put mark on art. And it really just annoyed me, so I dropped out. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go to theater school and I can do it on the side. And then I just kept it up. And even when I was in high school, I took private lessons, like oil painting, and I was always painting and stuff. And then a couple years ago, I started getting back into it, and then you're always afraid to put stuff out there.
Yes.
But I'm pretty good at just ripping the Band-Aid off, doing it. You're not making it to please people. You're doing it because you love it, and that's what makes it grow and thrive. So when I started doing that, people would start DMing me and being like, oh my gosh, do you do commissions? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I started doing commissions. And so if I create the art, it's always with a sense of play.
Yes.
Like my mod, it's just like everything has to be with a sense of play. Otherwise it's not fun.
Yes.
And the commission experience for me is my favorite because I kind of base it like you're telling us, whether it's on stage or screen, you're telling a story from the canvas. So I usually will meet with someone, we'll do a whole questionnaire to get to know them personally. And then we kind of create it together in the sense of emotionally, like I'll check in.
Yeah.
We'll do checkpoints. They give me an idea of things they want to stay away from, things they want to veer towards.
Yeah.
I like to know what musical influence they like. So when I do it, I have soundtracks different artists.
Oh, while you're painting or creating?
To create, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a bit of a story.
Yes.
So, it's just, and I'm just a firm believer in exhausting all your talents.
Yeah.
Because it works hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Whatever.
It feeds each other.
Yeah.
When I was looking at your amazing website, and at the end of the episode, I'll put information on where you can see Christina's work. But some of the notes that I did see that you had was sense of play. When you're creating art, you're creating with a sense of play. The actress and the artist together work hand in hand in your pursuits. You present playful pieces. You design with love and play. You want to continue to surprise and play and explore with light. Is this part of how you apply to life?
I try to, yes, yes. And the dark always creeps in. I mean, it's like comedy and drama. You kind of can't do one without the other,
right?
I believe. But then I think if we don't play in anything we do, we're gonna hate it.
Right.
And then that's when maybe I should stop doing it, or why am I feeling this way? What can I switch? So I love to approach it that way. But then, it could change a little bit if someone wants a moodier piece.
Right.
Right? And it's not to say it's like dark and depressing, but playing in that space of being a little bit more moodier.
Yes.
And surprising yourself. And, lately I have been gravitating more towards the darker pieces.
Oh, okay.
Moodier. But then you're always splashing it with a bit of light. So I can't do one without the other, but I do like to approach everything with
a sense of play. I love that.
We got to fail, right? I don't go into something being like it has to be perfect.
Yes.
Because perfect is boring.
Perfect is boring. So tell me just a little bit, how did you focus down to, say, your canvas, large scale, small scale, and commissions, and then your no drama ring and your rainbow resins? It's a little bit like, how did you come to those three items?
It's like a spider web effect. You know what I mean? I never want to be like, oh, I'm going to work on canvases for X amount of time, then I'm going to go into paper, and then I'm going to go into the resin. I don't know. I think I saw some resin art that inspired me, and I was like, I'm going to try this. I never took classes, or it was more just like self-taught.
How? Can you just tell, resin, for anybody listening, is beautiful. Is it stone or glass?
It's liquid plastic, basically.
Okay.
But it's not toxic.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, I still wear a mask when I do it, but it's not harmful.
Yeah.
It's very, you whatever. I read the instructions. I went on YouTube. I just looked at how people mix things, because if you screw up the mixing, you're going to screw up the curing of it.
Okay.
So it's not cheap. Like, the materials are not cheap. But, there's been times where I've screwed up 6 rainbows, and then there goes half a bottle of the material. But it's trial and
trial and error. Yeah.
Trial and error. So I learned the basis, and then I kind of improvised with the color mixing.
Oh my God.
So that's what I usually do. I learned the basis of it, and then I see how I could mix with it or play with it, because I didn't want to do solid colors.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, what if I just put a little bit of color on this end, but try not to get it on one end, but then slowly mix it with a toothpick. So I know what colors are going in, but the great thing is when you start from the top to the bottom, because the mold is on the flat surface at the bottom, I don't know what colors are going to happen. I just kind of mix and surprise myself with it.
Oh my God.
And I love them. I've had people say, why don't you make candles? Why don't you do this with that? But there's so much of that out there, and I'd rather pay $50 to $60 for an object that's going to last. Right. Rather than a candle that's going to be gone in a month.
It's something unique and specific to your gift, or you're wanting what you want to put your heart and mind into. Yeah. This excites you to do tell us what the no drama ring is, which, by the way, they're all beautiful and they're giant and they're fun.
Well, when you were younger, those baubles, everything's back now.
Yeah.
I remember I had a bunch of them, and I would gift wrap them to my parents for Christmas.
Oh my God.
You buy gifts as a kid. You're like, why can't I take around my own space? And they're just dramatic. Right. And there's no rhyme or reason. It doesn't have to be, oh, well, this color is black and gold. I don't have anything to match. Just wear them with what I have no drama about
Thank you.
Right? Just like,
I love that.
Sometimes people put too much precision into, I can't wear this because it's not on trend. But just wear what makes you feel good.
I love that.
Stylish. And I love mixing jewelry together.
Yeah.
And just popping on a ring.
Yes.
If I had my joggers on and sneakers, but just put a ring on.
Yeah.
You know, it still pops the piece.
Yes, 100%. This is part of your style.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun. And it's just great because it's also opened different avenues where stylists have reached out to be like,
amazing.
put your stuff in lookbooks.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I had a little thing in the Vancouver Sun where it was like top 5 artists to watch with their pieces.
Thank you. So I didn't see that. I should have Googled Vancouver Sun.
Section of acting.
Oh, is that it? Oh, amazing.
But then another thing about, you know, it's like with acting, or auditions or whatnot, you do it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You never do something because you want to see what the producers are going to think about it. Or when I create something, not everyone's going to like my work. If I was so afraid of what people thought, I would never do it. You'd be crippled, right?
Yeah.
So, and I really do it with the intention of just putting it out there and not thinking of, well, I got to make this amount.
Yeah.
I hope I sell this much.
Yes.
It's like, it's going to kill you.
Yeah, you can't. You just do it for the enjoyment and the craft, and you put it out there, and whatever the positive that comes back is a gift. And so when you focus on the rainbow, and because I'm a fucking rainbow queen, I also love mermaids. I love mermaids, rainbows, pink, sparkle. Like, what drew you to the rainbow? Like in particular, which is when you go onto Christina's website, you'll see there are different sizes, different colors. What was it about the rainbow?
I think I was being fascinated with rainbows as a kid. Like when you see that, you know, you can have a shitty, rainy, stormy day, but the minute that rainbow comes out, it's like, oh my God, like the light. And even I think our trips to Hawaii, whenever I see the rainbow, it just inspires me for color in the air. I don't know, it's just crazy. And you're having a bad day, give someone a rainbow.
I love that.
It really is just a little treat. It's a pop in your space. You know, I think Vancouver can be gray, and that's also an inspiration of just we need more rainbows.
Yeah.
And I just like, you know, you saw my little studio, my little altar of fun little trinkets.
Your home studio.
And it's fun where, especially if someone has such a serious space, pop a pink rainbow up there. They're also good conversation pieces.
They are.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah,
you know?
there's no rhyme or reason.
And I've never had anyone pick one up and be like, what's this for?
Yeah. It's just to enjoy, to look at and feel good when you look at it.
Put a magnet on a fridge, pop a rainbow on your, counter.
I connect with you on that for so many reasons, because I look at it and my brain connects to the gold and the pinks and the yellows, and you were able to do a pop-up shop, and I just wanted you to tell us a little bit about that experience where you opened up and put it out on display and people came.
Yeah, so my friend Christine Sicoli she's a photographer.
Oh my God.
Just helping each other out, and she was like, you should do a pop-up here. And at first I was like, I don't know, who's gonna come, or like, you just have all these thoughts. But then I was like, well, if there's a place to do it, it's there.
Yeah.
It was just a perfectly small
space that you felt connected to. Yeah.
And I think I was just overwhelming myself with, I have to have 20 pieces and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But really, I curated it where I had 5 mini framed canvases.
Yes.
5 frame pieces, and I had 3 large pieces.
Amazing.
Because I also want people to know that when they think of buying a piece of art, it doesn't have to be this massive piece.
Right.
When someone wants to commission, I think when someone hears the word commission, they get overwhelmed with, it's big.
Right.
Like, it can be a magnet-sized piece that I'll do for you.
Right.
Like, I want to encourage people just to have a little taste of what I do.
Yes.
And if you like this smaller piece, we can make it into a bigger piece.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do a canvas, let's do it on paper.
Right.
And I'm going to encourage you to frame it, because we've all been there where we bought an original piece of art and it sat in the drawer for 10 years.
Right.
I have a folder of original work that I bought that still, I need to get it framed.
Yeah, right.
So that's why I also wanted to frame the pieces.
So you curated to be able to appeal to potential clients that you can think small, medium, or large.
Yes.
And I can still be of service to you.
Yes. So, and it was great. It was a nice, small, curated space. I learned from it. I had people walk by, I had people come in, and now I know what to do next time.
Great!
Yeah, it was great.
Round 1.
It was great for me to just do it in my heart, to say, I did it.
Thank you.
No pressure with people buying things. Like, even if people buy them, they're like, I don't know, right now, I just can't. It's like,
that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had people come out a year and a half later being like, I'm ready. Can you do this? Like, I never...
Yeah.
For me, it's just important to get it out there, like
you
said, and not and just trust that process of it.
And people loved it.
Yeah.
Amazing. No, baby, don't you. No, baby, don't you. Guys, since I don't have any sponsors, I thought I would use this opportunity to bring awareness to a cause that's close to my heart: mental health. Do you battle depression or suffer from mental health? Are you looking for help or to help? Then let me share with you 2 great websites full of resources and information for whatever your needs are, for yourself or for someone you care about. CallTimeMentalHealth.com is created by BC's motion picture industry unions, and healthlinkbc.ca/mental health, part of our BC medical system. No matter who you are or how you're feeling, you're not alone, and there is help out there. So if you need it or you want to share it, calltimementalhealth.com and healthlinkbc.ca/mental health. No, baby, don't you. No, baby, don't you. Do you feel that you have always dreamed big and still dream big? Like, I'm halfway to 100, but I halfway to 100 going on 18.
We look fabulous.
We look fabulous. I still dream and think big, no matter what it is. Do you feel you always dream big and you still dream big and think big?
I still think big. I think this industry is so silly that we could wake up in tomorrow and you know, put something on tape, but it could be the right part.
Yeah, right.
You know, like there's just no rhyme or reason.
Right.
You know, you look at, I think I'm a dreamer and I think big, and there are goals I still want to pursue. Mm-hmm. But as we get older too, we also want a certain lifestyle, the comfort of your own home, and what really fulfills me. So that it was that thing of when we audition, I'm really learning to say no to things that I don't want to do.
Thank you. Copy that.
It's okay to say no.
Yeah, it's okay to say. Okay, so let's take our chat now, move into the acting side of things. And so, first of all, I want to thank you for sharing your artistry and your artist journey. I think Christina is a really great example of having a skill set that necessarily wasn't nurtured at a young age, but something she didn't shy away from personally, and then circled back to it years later as a woman and found it to be such a fulfilling outlet for her.
And it's a lot on therapy.
And she saved a lot on therapy.
Really, you know, when people talk about meditation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay to meditate for maybe 5 minutes, but I can paint for 3 hours.
That's amazing.
And pop out of it and realize, oh, wow, the music's been off for an hour and a half, or where I didn't think of anything. And to me, that really puts me in my body.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do one without the other.
Right. Which is a gift in the sense that you believed in yourself to not shy away from that talent and that energy of wanting to create, and how it's balanced and fulfilled you today and will carry you forward in your journey as we continue on in this crazy acting business, which we're going to touch base on. So let's just talk into a little bit of your acting career. So going back to my notes, but I love it 100%. But wait, let me just go to your hold that thought. Okay, so wow, God bless. I want to just touch base on your acting career because Christina Sicoli is an artist actress who not only is represented by top tier agency at Trisco and gets submitted and auditioned for A-list productions here in BC, she creates her own work. Let me just remind you, nominated Best Performance by a Female Series, you wrote and your husband directed. Winner of Best Ensemble for the film After Party for the Canadian Filmmakers Festival, as well as being Best Newcomer for the film at the UBCP Awards. Nominated for Best Performance by a Female for the UBCP Awards and the Leo Awards for Only You. Two-time Dora Moore Award winner for extraordinary talent in the performing arts in Toronto. So I hear you say, oh yeah, done, but it hasn't been done. Yes, it has. People have seen your work. You have created, you've shot, and you've finished work that is out there and was recognized.
You know, I think I've always been I've always created work before I even got an agent.
That's unbelievable. I did not know that.
Yeah, in theater school, doing Second City, I had a sketch comedy partner. We created, again, ahead of the time, when you see a lot of the stuff that people did back in the day and how it's all coming back. It's crazy to see. But yeah, we did sold out shows at the Tim Sims Playhouse in Second City. This was us performing with like 20 cents on our bank account just to get out there. Right?
Yes.
So when I knew at a theater school, wow, we can get agents, we can make money from here, we can actually land TV shows. It was like, wow. But I'm going to still keep creating, because you will not work harder. No one will work harder for you than yourself in this industry. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you. Yes.
I am never one to sit around. And to a point where you said before about when we put audition and how some people can hold on to that.
Right.
And check in. Did I get this?
Right.
Where I've, I'm going to say maybe in my 20s I was like that.
Right.
But I've let go a lot.
Yes.
When you can put something on tape and walk away being like, oh, I feel so great that I did that.
Yes.
Whether I got it or not, because we know the politics of it all.
Yes.
It's really a reward.
Yeah.
It would be great if I did, but if I don't, I'm not going to moveon.com.
Yeah.
Just like...
It's too much sometimes, right?
I'm too at the point where, like you were saying, we know the business.
Yeah.
You don't take it personally. You can't equate your talent and the value of how many years you have been doing this to whether you book a part or not based on a decision that has to go through all these tiers.
Yeah.
So, so I've always had my hands in something else. I've never been one to wait.
Yeah, totally. Well, you, when we were chatting before we started airing, you had mentioned that last summer, just an opportunity to be in LA. I'm going to do the Groundlings, and I'm going to work with some of the top talent in LA, and I'm going to live an LA lifestyle for 6 weeks and just get recharged, get my soul recharged with the sunshine and the other actors, and revisit some of your physical comedian characters.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that experience. The Groundlings, by the way, Lisa Kudrow, David Schwimmer, like it's like A-list for anybody to even watch theater there, let alone partake.
I love it. I did during COVID. I mean, I've always wanted to do the Groundlings. So during during the pandemic, I did their core track.
Okay.
And then you get accepted into the writing.
Right.
And of course, it's not easy because you're here, so you really have to plan it. And then the cards aligned for the timing to go.
Right.
So I went. I don't have FOMO. I don't have fear of missing out on things. I really trust the timing of
bless you.
When the right part is for you, it will come for you.
Yes.
But I'm not really interested in doing certain things. I would rather be doing a course.
Yeah.
And sharpening my skills in the path that I really want to do.
Amazing.
And I think it's important, but I never come back being like, what did I miss?
Yeah. Right.
Can you tell me? Like, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I really trust the timing of things.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just getting older and, falling into that what's really fulfilling me.
Right.
And then just being in LA, and I had an awesome experience just meeting the group I was with was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see other people work. And
right.
I'm all about process. I love every year I have to jump into something. Like this year I did a copywriting course just to elevate writing skills in different ways, and always looking at I guess it's maybe we've all had that dream of going somewhere and
yes.
But it was great, and I worked with I had a really challenging time with the mentor.
Okay.
That strengthened me in certain ways.
Yeah.
Really made me second guess myself.
Oh, okay.
In a bad way.
Oh.
But getting out of it and straightening up the issue. But it's just important. It was an important lesson for us when we're working with producers or directors and knowing that we don't have to stand for certain
amazing
dialogue. And already registering for the course and be like, And then the minute she walked in the class, my heart sank and I was like,
right.
6 weeks of this.
Right.
And it was the most narcissistic behavior where she wanted to put her stamp on your comedic talent. So I've never felt so restricted and self-doubting myself in my work, when it got shredded apart and then pieced together, when really it should have stayed the way it was.
You had done it.
My instincts were right.
Right.
So I've never felt... What kept me sane was my peers, who were amazing, and we all experienced the same thing.
Right.
And it was taken care of. And my gut is always right. And when I got back to Vancouver, I asked for a phone call, and we had a chat about it. Because I took 2 days to kind of sit with it all, wrote down what I needed, had this honest, transparent talk with her.
Wow.
And things changed, and she, owned up to what had happened. I don't regret the experience because I loved the Groundlings, and I got into the next level, and I want to pursue it. And that's exactly up my alley with the character-driven work. Yeah. And when I look back, it took me 3 months to kind of decompress from it. Right. And realize, wow, did that happen? Like a chance to do this, and every single day I was experiencing a fight or flight, but I don't regret it at all. And it's also given me more big girl pants. Yes. Where I have 110% confidence that if I am on set now and I see a director or producer speaking to me in a certain way or speaking to someone in a certain way, I have no reservations about saying you do not need to speak to someone that way. And if they want to fire me, no, I'd rather have my integrity than being walked over. And that's what it was. It was literally feeling constricted. Like I was it was a redeeming lesson.
Right. When you said you had to take a few months to decompress and process, what gave you the confidence to actually address it?
Because I knew it was wrong. My gut was right. I know your body feels it. You know what's right. You know your own tools.
That's amazing.
You know your own capabilities. Yeah. When I'm being challenged on my self-worth and my value and integrity, you will not walk all over me. Yeah. And that's the thing. Sometimes people in a position of power, they'll just brush it under the rug. Oh, they're tough. Yeah. When you get to this level, it's tough. I'm like, no. You don't throw around that word tough. Yeah. Especially in a comedy class. Give me a break. Like,
we're here to have a good time, bitches.
Might have brushed it under the rug. Yeah. Because you're too afraid to confront the person. Yeah. But I have no qualms. Yeah. You want to fire me or let me go. Yeah. Be really, when you step into your truth and you can also have a voice for some other people who are scared shitless of confrontation. It feels so good to be able to say something. Yeah. Have you always brought your own self-confidence to yourself, or do you have a girlfriend or bestie or your husband or just other people that help lift you up? Of course. Yeah. I feel like I'm grateful. David, such a rock, and we're very encouraging and very also independent of each other. So we would never stop each other from doing something career-wise or pursuing something. And also we encourage each other because also, there's days where he might feel insecure about something I do. Right. And I think with your friends too, you serve your friends in different ways. And we were talking about service before. Yes. And your friends serve you in different ways. Right. Yeah. And you see their experiences being inspiring. And how a lot of it in a nutshell is we live one life. We have one shot. Yeah. So if I can be encouraged in any of my self-doubts from people who I'm inspired by, and I really try to surround myself with people who I find inspiring. Yes. And your partner, your life partner, you're blessed. For those who are listening, Christina's married to the king, David Milchard, fucking A-list. Lord Milchard. And just being able to have that, you guys work together, and he's an artist as well. So you share those commonalities. He can support you, you can lift his spirits, vice versa. Of course. Where you're in the same industry, and it's for God's sake, why couldn't one of us be a lawyer? I know. It's just you have those days. What are we doing? Yeah, totally. No, baby, don't you? No, baby, don't you? Can you remember a time or a moment in your performance career where it was the most amazing memory that you can tap into at any time to lift your spirits and remind yourself, oh my God, this is an amazing memory. If I'm having a down day or I need a lift, I just throw on soundtrack to Mamma Mia and I just do my numbers. Well, how you said about turning your Mamma Mia soundtrack on, for me it's moving my body and dancing. If I'm getting stressed or stuck at home, I have to put on 70s disco, 80, whatever, and just David and I will have dance parties sometimes. Oh my God, it's adorable. Also, moving and working out, and that's a big outlet for me.
Yeah.
For walks or runs. But when I look back at my career, the things that have really, really made me, I look at a lot of the projects we've done together, self-produced together. A lot of that we have created have really
been those moments for you.
Because those are characters that I've really wanted to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Detroit Rock City was like my first gig I ever did out of theater school, and that was one because it was a lesson in timing, in the sense of the actress who got my part was younger than she said she was. So the producer called me because I was doing like background work.
Right.
This was when I was first starting out.
Yeah.
And I remember going for a swim. I didn't have a cell phone back then. It was like ring, ring, checking the answer machine. And the minute I came in for a swim, I picked up the phone. He goes, Christina, this part can't go to the girl who got it. Do you want to do it? And it just was also a lesson in, wow, this is like the timing.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun on that.
Yeah.
Of course, throughout the years, there's Babysitters Club. But really a lot of the stuff that we've self-produced and been able to cast and been able to play the roles that I wanted to play are the ones that really fulfill me. We did Paranormal Solutions 8.
Yeah,
so that's getting a second season.
Amazing.
Digital series, and I get to pull out my snaggle tooth.
Amazing.
And play like an adult leader that
I can't.
Right? David was talking to Nick, who's also in it and also produced, and they were like, you still have the snaggle? I was like, are you kidding? I would never throw that away.
Yeah, oh my God.
So I just took a peek at it and I was like,
you can pull that out.
Like, if I can make someone smile and feel something.
I know, we're good. Okay, so Christina, I feel like, again, thank you for sharing your experience and talking to me about your acting career, and again, talking to me today.
Did we get through all of these notes?
We did. These are all my notes.
I just need to let everyone know that Irene has an entire... Prepare.
She's
very prepared. I love her for it.
But one of my questions that I was going to ask you to make mental health conversation normalized and bring awareness, even though we didn't talk on it in that topic for too long today or at all. My question to you is there something specific you practice to keep a healthy mind and spirit? I think you've answered that through the conversation.
I feel like our whole conversation has been about wellness and mental.
I think so too.
I work out and I move my body.
Right.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Going out for walks, that clears my head.
Mm-hmm.
It changes and shifts the chemistry of my body is very important to me. Eating healthy, diving into painting, writing, letting my imagination go.
Yeah.
But moving my body it's like someone goes to the washroom every day. You can move your body every day. It doesn't have to be for 60 minutes. Move it for 15 minutes.
Right.
Just get outside.
I love that. And I totally agree with that. And like you said, you and David even sometimes do dance party. So if someone young is listening today who is...
want to ask me out.
I don't want to ask you out. Okay. If someone young is listening today and wants to pursue a career in the arts, is there something you wish someone had told you when you were younger?
Don't let someone talk you out of doing what you want.
Pursue it. But
also know that it is a hard business and have hobbies.
Right.
Have other interests. Don't
fill that basket.
On this, you have to fill your basket.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'll be very angry. You could
it'll drain you.
It'll drain you.
I think that's really good advice. Have other interests. Yeah.
Have other interests. Doesn't even have to be in acting.
Yeah.
You want to collect marbles?
Do something else on the side.
Something else that will fulfill you.
I would say the exact same thing. I would say finally, just being my podcast is kind of geared towards women and inspiring women. Is there a woman in your life that has inspired you or is a place of positivity for you or someone special that you just want to shout out to?
Well, she's sitting across from me.
Oh, stop it!
But it's true. Oh, because you're right here and you are inspiring because we were talking about how you during the you started this during the pandemic, right?
So sweet of you.
A lot of us have really sucked things have sucked our souls. So everyone is creative in their own way. And I want to make a shout out to my best friend, who's my sister, Julie Duva.
Yay.
Who, I'm going to get emotional. We grew up when we were babies, since we were like little. And our parents still lived next door, and she fought cancer. And when we were talking about service, I went home to help her out through all of her big operations. And no matter how fucking shitty it was, I've seen her come out of it, and there's always going to be challenges, but you do see the silver linings in the weirdest way. So I want to give a shout out to her for, feeling like life threw a shitball and flushing that shitball down the toilet and like getting fresh water to like start a new adventure in whatever way, right? So inspiring in really like beating me over the head in life's too short. And like, Julie.
Bestie Julie. That is so beautiful. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Breast cancer awareness, that's another, get your mammograms, ladies. And one thing you made for your friend was a beautiful blanket, which was photos of her and you and your friends. Because in the chemo, you got to sit there, and often you need a cozy blanket, and you made this beautiful, what I call a love blanket, which looks so special. And you are such an amazing friend for being there for her and making her feel good during a very challenging time. So God bless you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's when you're away, the guilt sets in of like, I can't, but you don't plan for these things.
Yeah.
Right? So.
But you're doing what you can from afar.
Talking about a beautiful year in the timing of actually giving yourself service and taking care of someone you really love, and nothing matters.
Yeah.
But that.
Yeah.
To my point of trusting the adventure you're on.
Yeah. So. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing, your personal connection to Julie, and just for being so open and authentic with me here today. And I admire you. Oh my God. And I just love that we can connect on our sense of play and our big dreams. And I hope, we can talk again in 10 years and be laughing about all this at one point, or maybe we'll be on a live show. But I want to thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast, ILO on Location. The amazing Christina Sicoli, artist extraordinaire, woman extraordinaire, and just human being extraordinaire. So thank you for joining me.
Hi, thank you. Thanks, Irene. I love you.
Yay! Okay, that's a wrap. And that's my chat with the amazing Christina Sicoli. Thank you for joining us. We hope you had as much fun as we did. To get in touch with Christina, please visit her website at christinasicoli.ca, where you can see her beautiful artwork and all her accolades in the entertainment industry. You can also follow Christina on Instagram at Christina Sicoli Artist. I'm your host, Irene Karras-Loper, and in case you're wondering who the artist is behind the music on my podcast, it's my A-list nephew, Connor Wilkinson, and you can listen to all his musical talents on Spotify at cbuddy_ and on TikTok at Dollar Store Disco. Join me again next time as I go on location and celebrate another one of my amazing friends.